That's
Okay. All right. Let's do this here. Welcome everybody. Welcome back. Seems like it's been years over here since we came back to a live stream. So we're back here. I have a buy on pound yen at this point. Took a buy as we broke above the high. Looking at right here, yeah, we got this buy running at this point on pound yen on the 30-minute time frame, anticipating price to potentially come up towards, I would say, 151.500 would be good, but realistically, I think 151.400 would be a very, very good target. 151.400. So we'll see how well this plays out. Stops are below the 30-minute candle. We'll be looking at the 15-minute candle to see how it closes and how the next one starts. So yeah, let's see how this goes. We got the gulag coming in here as well. All right, so let's just do some technical analysis here based on risk management. So first of all, what I'm going to be looking at this buy in terms of risk management is going to be keeping an eye on the 15-minute candle, right? If the 15-minute candle closes below 151, 100, or somewhere around this minor resistance, I'm going to be taking off 50% at this point. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, exactly, right? This 15-minute candle still got around 3 minutes left. We want this candle to close above 151, let's say 120, to be able to break above this minor resistance and then continue its way bullish. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour is at a very, very strong resistance, which is why we need the smaller time frames to kind of like, you know, close above this area right here. If they don't close above this area, then this buy is going to be it's not going to be a buy anymore, right? So we gotta keep that in mind here. Entry does not match MT4. Since I'm back after I think 2 weeks, so I'm just gonna ignore all dumbasses here today. All right, let's take a look at gold here. Let's do some full analysis on gold. Let's see here. We have wow, gold is still continuing bearish over here. All right. Oh. Okay, let's bring up gold. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly on gold. Weekly is coming down. What a rejection. If weekly is coming down, this is something we talked about on Sunday, how we may reject this area on the weekly, but too bad, so sad, I'm not in this sell. Wasn't even looking at the charts, but yeah, I guess we are moving down now. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we broke below this support. We're at a minor support at this point on the 4-hour time frame. Looking on the 1-hour time frame, we're at this wick here. I think below 1748. Below 1748, there's a very, very easy move for gold to continue down, at least till 1742, which is like 50 to 60 pips away, right? Look at this to the left-hand side. But we need to break below this wick over here. This is also a minor support zone. Yeah, right there. See that? This is a minor support area which we need to break on gold. So I'm going to put this zone right here. Yeah, right here. Because this could potentially become a consolidation area. And another reason why I think gold should continue pushing down is because we're looking at very positive ADP numbers on Tuesday. We're looking at very positive NFP numbers on Friday. So maybe it's getting priced in, as we get closer to those days. So priced in means if they're looking at like good data for the US, then that means gold is already moving down to price that data in, right? So we can see pound yen is still open over here. 15-minute candle is about to close. We're closing like a nice solid bullish candle on a 15 minutes. So I think it's pretty good. Pretty good sell over here. Pretty good buy over here actually. Right, so I'm gonna leave this open. My stop is around 15 pips, 15 pip stop loss. So we're gonna leave this open and see how this plays out. So yeah, perfect. Also, this is also going to be a close on the 1 hour time frame, so we'll have to be very, very careful for price to not go below or close below 151, 120. There's a sell opportunity below 15-minute support. Yes, that's correct. Below this area here, 1748, we have a sell opportunity. So we have the 15-minute candle starting at this point now. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Gold below 1748 would make a lot of sense for price to move down. Let's take a look at gold here. Can I take a sell stop? Below this area. Sell stop at this level. If we do continue pushing down, I think that's going to be a very good move here on gold. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use magic keys. Oh. Okay, sell stop right here would make much more sense. Below this area. So yeah, perfect. Got a sell stop around 1748. If we break below, I think we can continue on moving down, especially because we have clean candles right to the left hand side. Okay, perfect. Going with the trend over here. All right, let's take a look at this chart here now. This is a buy chart. Very nice. Buys over here. We're moving up. I think, yeah, I think you have a very, very good position open at this point. So yeah, this could continue on pushing bullish here. Very nice. What do you think about the candle body close below that area? Since last hour, no candle closed below. What? What do you think about candle body closed below that? No idea what you're talking about. No idea what pair you're talking about. No idea. You need to maybe send a chart. That's going to be much better. 1750. I don't know if it was important. I would have mentioned it. What do you think about candle body closed below that area? 1750. I don't know. Yeah, but it's just bearish at this point. Since last hour, no candle close. Yeah, so this 1 hour is still open over here. How do you identify minor support and minor resistance? It's very, very simple, right? So this 15-minute candle, this 15-minute candle opening right now, this will be the close of the 1 hour candle, right? So we want this candle to wick down and then continue pushing bullish, or we want the overall 30-minute candle to close above 151, 120. If this can close above 151, 120, I think that's going to be a very good idea for the next 30-minute candle to continue up, and that's also going to be coming in with your pre-New York volume here as well. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Oh, this candle. What do you think about candle body closed below that area since last hour? No candle closed. No candle closed body. Many banks, you're having a problem with English over here. I mean, you like where anticipating this to continue down. You got to look at it in a way, if you're going to execute here, or are you not going to execute, or are you just going to, I don't know. I don't think anything of it. I think if it's, I mean, if it's bearish, it should continue bearish. That's all what I think. Right? Still open over here. Is it a real account? Yes, it's a real account. You can see right here, had a bunch of losses over here too. It's had deposits here as well. Let's change this. Let's change this to October. So October has started. I've taken no trades so far in October, other than this buy on pound yen I have. This is the first trade of October. We'll see how it goes. Right? Gold here as well, trying to move down. I don't want to jump into this sell because, you know, the 1 hour candle is also about to close. So that's why I'm having a sell stop below this area here. Yeah, we'll see. What leverage? This is a 1 to 100 leverage. You can see my margin is like 2700%. 1 to 100 leverage. Last 5-minute candle body closed below previous support on left instead of impulse. Oh yeah, it did. It did. You know, so that's why I have my sell stop below this area. So if it continues down, then, you know, this is going to be a winning trade because we have clean candles to the left hand side on the 30-minute and the 1 hour. Look at this, right? So price had easy time moving up. If we break below that minor support, it could have easy time moving down. If the 15-minute on GJ passes previous high, will you close 50%? If it breaks its own low, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just waiting for the 30-minute candle to close. What happened with funding talent? Funding talent made a huge mistake, right? I hope they learned from that mistake. I think their biggest mistake was running a sort of like an investment business while registered in Canada, where it's heavily regulated, right? So the hammer of regulation came down upon them and they shut them down. A lot of people say they ran away with the money, scam, this and that. No, that didn't happen. The regulation came in and they shut them down. I don't know what happened with their bank accounts, whether they froze their bank accounts. I have no idea what happened with that. But the regulations in Canada shut their entire company down. So it's up to them if they want to pay people, or if they don't want to pay, then that's, I don't know, you guys can take it up with them. But other than that, I have no idea. What do you think about FTMO? Same thing as funding talent. You know, like people are trading on demo accounts expecting payouts, and when things go south, then I don't know, it's up to them whether they'll pay you or not. that's what it is at the end of the day. Yeah. Thinking whether I should leave this sell stop open or should I just close it, because yeah, I will leave it open. Stop is going to be above this current 15-minute candle, around 10 pips away. So we'll see how this goes. Pound yen is still open at this point. Please do one boot camp in India. Okay, we'll try. Was this trade taken from experience on GJ? No, this was taken on this candle breaking the high of the previous candle, and impulse trade. This was an impulse execution. That's what it was. My current goal is to rack up wind and small lots on it again. Yes, that's perfect. Why don't you open funding company? It's a lot of work. It's a ton of work. It's like a job, you know, and the idea is not to have that kind of a job. Oh, what's this? Pound yen 1 hour time frame. Clean traffic, retest of the zone, closed candle. Oh, nice. Very, very nice trade. Very, very well executed. I'm in the same buy, so I mean, if we continue moving, I think it's going to be amazing, right? Then we can both have the win at the same time. High five. How was the Forex Expo? It was amazing. Forex Expo, it was amazing. I think we're going to represent the mini markets next year in the Forex Expo. I think that's going to be the highlight of the entire expo next year if we do that. Are you going on a Europe tour? I think we're going to be in London in February. Yeah, February we have London planned. So yeah, that's that. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, oh, nice. Gold sells. Took the sell when price broke candle, caught 10 pips. Very nice. Question, could I have jumped back in, given this a second chance? Yeah, could have, but I guess at this moment right here, these rejections would have probably made you say, okay, you know what, will it even go down or not? You know, these rejections. So that's one thing right there. In hindsight, it looks amazing, but then when looking at it from an execution perspective, whether you could have jumped in over here or not, that would have given you a little bit of a, like, you know, doubt whether it's going to move or not. I don't feel comfortable with the way gold is moving, so I'm going to close my sell stop. I'm going to wait for this hour to close, and as this hour comes to a close, even if price moves down, I'm going to be okay with that, because the hour is coming to a close, and I'm just going to wait for the hour to close, see what happens. Other than that, pound yen is moving awesome, is moving great, up about 3 pips at this point. Looking at price to come up towards, I would say, like maybe 151, 300 would be great, around 13 pips to start the month. It's going to be amazing. We'll see. Is it going to possible that you will do 5 months of recap video from where you started 50K to 1 million? I think it's going to be a very, very lengthy video, but what I may do is I may release my entire trade statement for everybody to see. My entire trade statement. So for people who are new, this is where we started. Go all the way up, go towards history, go towards, let's start from entire history. This started in March 31st. You can see the lot sizes. 1 lots, 5 lots, 8, 10. This was in 50,000, right? 15 lot, 10 lots, 5, 20. As the profit started to increase, the lot sizes started to increase as well. So, and then it was like a gradual increase. You can see, then we moved on towards 25, did 25 for a while, went back to like 2, 5, 10, 15, 10s. Then moving into August, and July and August, that's where we started to ramp it up to 40s, 20s, 50s, back towards 20s and 30s. And then had a bunch of losses over here. Did a little withdrawal over here, not a little withdrawal, it's like a big withdrawal there. Had to buy land over here, did some withdrawal. And then stayed consistent with 25, and then ramped up to 100, and just starting to stay at 100 at this point. So yeah, it went really well. Just like all trades were like very simple trades. Some were like on the higher time frames, 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame. Most of the trades were just like the trades I'm taking right now. I mean, look at this, right? Like we're up 5 pips at this point, 5 grand, 6 grand almost, coming up towards 151, 300. Looking at gold, gold is still struggling over here. 25 to 100. Yeah, it was just based on where the account was, you know, like if your account is, let's say hypothetically speaking, my account is at 700,000. Let's say you're doing 100 lots on 700,000, right? That means you're doing 10 lots on 70,000. So doing 10 lots on 70,000 is the same thing as, you know, 100 on 700, and then 1 lot on 7,000. It's the same idea. What do you suggest a good funding program? The best funding program is trading your own funds. That's the #1 funding program you can get. Raja, Zoom link nahi mil raha. Tawseek Heather, it's in the New York session channel. If I can have 230 people find the Zoom link, trust me, you're not special. You should be able to find the Zoom link as well. Man, everyone's equal in this world. No one's special. It's in the do you use fixed lot size or fixed risk management? I do fixed lot size now. What would you say is a good start to trading your own funds? A good start to trading your own funds is to actually starting to trade your own funds. That's the best start. Why can't I demo trade on Dominion markets? Because I'm personally against demo trading. Just start with a live account, $50. We've kept the minimum deposits on Dominion at like $50. You know, start with $50. That's the same thing as demo, you know, and then start off with 100, 200, whatever you want to deposit. All right, so this is running at around 8 pips right now. Gonna secure at 10 pips, full 10 pips, first trade of October. No need to focus on a home run. Up about 7,700. Candle's about to close here as well in about, you know, few seconds. All right, there we go. Start of the new candle here. If it comes back to my entry point, I'm probably gonna secure something like, I'd say like, I'd be okay with break even at my entry. I'd be okay with it, but really anticipating it to continue pushing since we're moving into pre-New York volume over here at this point. So we're going to keep an eye on this here. 6 pips at this point. That's okay. So putting stops at break even now. Let's take a look at this chart. This is gold. Enter sell when price enter these rejections. Enter sell when price enter in these rejections. Oh, make a low, retest the low. Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Let's take a look at. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a very nice trade. We did retest the low over there. Beautiful. Are you back to your normal schedule? Yes. For the time being. Gold may go down. Yes, that's a very hypothetical answer there. A comment. Gold may go down. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour candle is still very bullish. 30-minute bullish. 15-minute is still bullish. You're closing 100% at break even. Yeah, I'm gonna close 100% at break even, because if I don't close 100% at break even and price goes in drawdown, and then there's a risk of me closing in a loss, you know, and I don't want to start my new month with a loss. That's one thing. So I got to be very, very careful with where I execute my trades and where I take profits and stuff. Do you do a lot of backtesting as a new trader? Yes, I did. I did do a lot of backtesting. I would always look at, as a new trader, I would always look at big moves, and I would always ask myself that, okay, how could I have been a part of that big move? All the time. All the time I would ask myself that. Gold just broke the low. It should continue pushing bearish at this point. Should I take a risk over here? Let's take a smaller risk over here. 25 lots. Nothing high. Still have 100 running on pound yen. So I would always ask myself that how could I have been a part of that big move all the time, all the freaking time, whether it was news events, whatever that was, you know, because the market will always give you clues, like this candle right here, right? If this candle has broken the low of the previous candle right here, and we have clean traffic to the left hand side, there's a very, very high probability this candle is going to continue pushing down now, if it doesn't break its own low. See right there, right? If it doesn't break its own low, if it doesn't break its own high, if it respects its own high and keeps below this low right here on the 15-minute time frame, there's a very good opportunity for price to continue pushing down. Also, be aware that this is the first 2-3 minutes, but then again, this is gold. You know, gold has a lot of volume, gold has a lot of volatility. It does continue moving in that way, you know, most times that I've seen. So, you know, also the trend is down. We have clean traffic through the left hand side, you know. So yeah, I think it should continue pushing bearish at this point. Looking back at pound yen is slowly making its lower wick to potentially continue bullish. We're gonna leave this open. And yeah, man, I mean, gold should continue pushing bearish at this point. I think till like I would say 1746 would be a very, very good target. 1746. But I'm going to stay in pound yen over here, and we'll see how this plays out for this 30-minute candle, as long as we don't get stopped out. Oh wow, there we go. Gold is actually moving over here now. Yeah, should be a very simple trade for price to move down. 1746 should be easily reachable. Can you please release your 10K to 50K statement ending of last year? I didn't do 10K to 50K. Yeah, my trade is about to get stopped out at break even. Oh, got stopped out at break even here. See this right here? Made about 100 bucks. Beautiful. 100 bucks. $100 profit here today. What would be TP on gold? TP on gold is whatever you want. What do you want on TP on gold? You want, let's say you want 1746.40. There we go. We're going to get 1746.40. We're going to give Mr. Truni 1746.40 TP on gold here. What do you want? We'll give you 1746.40. Will there be a magic key version for MacBook? You can have that if you can run your MetaTrader on MacBook, then you can have magic keys on MacBook. If you can run your MetaTrader on MacBook. I remember the time you were traded one lot, you grew fast. Thank you. I think it was expected. How long does it take to double account? How long does it take to double account? It takes a very, very long time to double account. It's not an easy thing to do. Double account. If you're going to come into trading with the mindset of how can I double account, you're never going to make it. You will always lose in this market, in this business. This is a business, right? If you come in with with this mindset of doubling my account, making back my debts, and you're losing, you're going to stay a loser. You will never make it. Write this down. If I come with the mindset of doubling my account, you're never going to make it, right? Let's say, okay, so I have some cash here, right? Let's say if we talk about this cash, we're like, okay, what's the best way to double it down? The best way to double it is probably a casino rather than trading. In trading, you're not going to double this. But in a casino, you have a better chances of doubling this, or betting on a horse race or whatever you want to bet on. But in trading, it's not going to happen. It's a very, very slow process. What about stop loss on gold above the current candle? Yes, above this candle, as we talked about, would be the best idea, having stop loss right up over here. And yeah, just aim for like 1746.40 and you're going to get it. 1746.40. All right. Right now, I'm doing a lot of backtest on GJ, and sometimes I saw a retest trade works, and sometimes it doesn't. What's your opinion about retest trade? I think most times it works. You have to also keep in mind, like, what time are you looking at that retest trade? Is it in a high volume time? Let's say in a New York session, London session, Asian session. What time is it? Like, what time are you looking at that retest trade? From what I've seen, most times they do work in volume in high volume times. Sir, kahan ghaib ho jate hain? Busy, man. Life is really, really busy. We saw you make 50 to 500 in 3 months. What's your advice for making 10K to 100K considering lot size, which will be small? I think the best thing to do, if you really, really want to grow accounts, I've said it again and again, the best thing is going to be to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day, right? Sometimes you're going to miss out on trades. When you miss out on trades, don't chase those trades. It's like chasing money, chasing girls. When you chase something, you're never going to get it, right? Once you miss a trade, focus to see how could you have been a part of that trade. And then write notes, make notes, right? Write something down that this is it, what you could have done to be a part of that trade. Okay, so look, pound yen is moving down. That was an excellent decision to close the trade. That was a wonderful decision to close the trade. Wow, would have been in a drawdown at this point. Right? So always focus on how you could have been a part of that trade. Once you do that long enough, you're going to have different scenarios where trades worked and where they didn't work. And then you're going to be able to see that, okay, next time if this happens, how are you going to approach this? Are you going to approach this with full risk? Are you going to approach this with a lower risk? Like, I do take small risk trades sometimes. Like on gold, I was looking to take a 25 lot trade because it was moving in the first few minutes. I'm glad I didn't, because this would have been a loss over here. Damn. You did 10K to 51K on Vantage last year in November. Even posted the withdrawals on IG. Yes, I did, and people still said it's not real. I don't know, man. You do it. Here's the thing: you do it on a regulated brokerage, or you do it on an unregulated brokerage. They're going to be people who don't understand the amount of money that can be accumulated, and they're always going to say, "Oh yeah, this is not real." It is what it is. Should I get vaccinated tomorrow, or should I get it booked in tomorrow? Vaccinated, or should I get booked in? You want to know my advice? Find someone who's in those things and just. I mean, I don't know. If you want to get vaccinated, that's all on you. I'm a pure blood now. Pure blood. Last weekend, I was reviewing my trades for the past 2 to 3 months for GJ. I found that the best trades are for pre-New York, for gold, are post-NY Open. Losses were a dumb decision. That's absolutely awesome. That's great, Mr. Eagle, that you kind of like noticed that in your trading. When there was clean candle on left on GJ, what made it go down again? Nothing. That's how price moves. You know, I don't know, maybe just wanted to do a little bit of a retest. You know, but like I was in a buy, expected it to go down. You can never question the market why. Whatever market does, just say thank you. If the market stops you out, say thank you. If market gives you a win, say thank you, market. That's it. We can't ask the market why. Just can't do that. But if you try to overtrade, you try to over risk, you take a losing trade and you try to make that loss back, market's gonna slap the little bitch out of you. You know, trust me, happens to a lot of people, happened to me, happened to people I know now, happened to my friends. Can't do that. Did you buy a fake vaccine passport to travel? No, I didn't. I have some people who look after me. How did you go to Dubai without the jibby jab? You can go to Dubai without the jibby jab. You just need a negative test to go to Dubai. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is clean traffic here. Okay, I guess it's a buy. Candle close, rejection, impulse candle as bullish candle break the high. I would assume that you took the trade right here. The result is not posted over here, so I'm not sure what the result was. I think it was a win because this candle went up. Yeah, I think it was a win. Did you take any trade today? Yes. Pound yen buy, got stopped out at break even. How to identify fake outs? You can't identify fake outs. My parents won't let me focus on trading. Can you slap them with your money? The thing about parents is you don't have to tell them everything. You know, the parents are going to tell you to smarten up if you just keep on talking about trading with them. You know, parents, here's the thing, our parents love us. You know, that's the bottom line. They love us. That's why they don't want us to fail. It's not like they want to stop you from trading. It's not like they want to stop you from being successful. Man, trust me, I'm a parent and I really want my kids to be successful. You know, and if they do something which I don't understand, I'm going to see that as a threat to their success. So I'm going to try to tell them, hey, don't do this what I did. You know, so when your parents say, hey, don't do this, it's risky, it's gambling, you're going to lose money, it's because they haven't seen the progress in that. You know, this thing here, it didn't exist when our parents were young. You know, so the worst thing you can do is just constantly talk about it to your parents. Just don't talk about it. A point comes in our life where we as individuals, we are different people than our parents. Our parents are grown-ups, we are grown-ups, right? And two grown-ups, they don't need to know another grown-up's business. You know, so just stop talking about it. Just put your head down and Prove them wrong. That's all I can say. All right, now it's coming back down over here. This is interesting now. The 15-minute candle is also about to close here. 5-minute candle is moving down, coming below 1747. Riba. One more question. When looking left-hand side to determine clean moves chart, would you look for recent candles? Yeah, I would look for the most recent candle. So looking at the most recent 5-minute candle here in gold, we look to the left-hand side. We see nothing but clean candles. Oh, it's moving at this point. But it's also about to close. We got to wait for this candle to close. All right. That's some big-ass retracement here in gold. Do you ever using robot or signal? No, I don't do that. Oh, wow. About to close over here. Very important. Oh, damn. What the hell is this candle doing? Yeah, I'm staying away from this bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. Yeah, some fugazi bullshit happening here. All right, you are really inspirational. Thank you, man. I don't consider myself to be influential, but I've surrounded myself with a lot of people who I consider influential. You know, most of my friends, except for Jeevan, are all older than me. They're like 38, they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s. I have a buddy, he's in his 60s. You know, I have very, very, very few people who are younger than me. You know, so because I'm very selfish in that way. Like, you know, if you're gonna keep a company, have company which knows more than you. So you're gonna learn more about life. You're gonna learn more about business. You're gonna learn more about how they operate in their professional life and how you can use their little quirks into your business. And like, you know, it's just like that. So. Hey, how long you can have normal friends too? Yeah, you can. Like, I mean, I have friends I go to, like, you know, lunches with or dinners with, of course. But then you gotta have different groups of friends, different groups. How long have you traded until you earned money from trading? I think it was about a year, a good full year, a good full year was spent. I told my siblings about you. They really love to watch your Insta stories. Oh, they're pretty hilarious from Pakistan. If I hold my trade for a long time, does the commission increase? No. What are your thoughts on support resistance? The support resistance has been the only thing that's made me money. It's not to say it's going to make someone else money, but that's the only thing that I focus on. You know, when I first started trading, we were focusing on 4-hour support resistances, working amazingly, amazing 4-hour support resistances, right? And then I derailed, went into like Fibonacci's and stochastics, MACD, RSI, divergence, all that stuff. Got too complicated, started losing money, and then came back to the basics. That was support resistance. There are a lot of people who ask me, hey, where can I learn? And this is what I tell them. And it's a very, very funny story, right? This is what I tell them. I tell them, go to babypips.com, go to education, go to how to trade Forex, right? Go over here, go through preschool, go through everything till support resistance levels and Japanese candlesticks. That's it. Go through here. I tell this to a lot of people who ever come to me, hey, how can we learn? I tell them do this. And out of 10 people, 0 come back to me and say, hey man, I've done this. 0 come back to me. And you know what that tells me? That tells me they're only in for the money. They're not in to actually learn. They're not in to actually understand it. They're only in for the money. Because 0 people out of 10 come to me, say, hey man, I've read this. What should I do now? It's their loss, man. Right. Okay. What's this? Hey Raja, will you get stoned to death if they see you wearing Western clothes? you guys, you guys are hilarious. You guys are actually hilarious. No. Ted mentioned uploading some work. Yes, it's gonna come soon. I actually got some dates over here. Dates with almonds. Man, this is the best thing I bought from Dubai. Dates with almonds over here. Just amazing. So nice. Thoughts if GJ flips bullish? Thoughts if GJ flips bullish? I think it's going to be a move above 151.250. That's what it's going to be. Move above 151.250. But since the market dynamics have changed, so we'll have to change this here a little bit. So now see how market has moved a little bit. So now we'll have to reanalyze our market structure, right? This is where we have support on the 30-minute time frame, and if we break below the support, oh, what the fuck? Where the hell did that go? Yeah, if we break below the support, then we're looking at potential sells down till 157.40. But if at the same time we break above this resistance, this is a 15-minute resistance, which is about to close in 9 minutes. I guess we'll have to wait for this candle to close actually. What about gold? Gold is just doing its own thing at this point. I thought it's going to go down. I was pretty confident it's going to go down. It's another thing I didn't take a position, but it's just doing its own thing. Probably looking for a buy above 1751 for a candle to close above to continue bullish, but yeah, we have to close above this area. It's like a 20 pip range over here too. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's put this here. How do you see Dubai? Is this good for living? I don't know. I think it's more of a consumer's market, Dubai. It's more of a consumer's market. If you have a business, it's going to be amazing, right? Opening a business, running a business, less taxes, awesome. Most people go there for work. Work is work, right? When you're working, you don't get much time to look around and do that. Vacation, awesome, great vacation if you can afford it. Amazing vacation. Highly, I encourage everyone to do that. Business point of view, it's amazing as well. Parking and traffic is shit. That's correct. We only used valet, so I never had an issue with parking. We record the live event in Dubai. We'll try to come up with something to do that. So yeah, we'll try to do that. Chandru, hi friends, hello. Do you mark up zones on 15-minute? I mark up zones from the 1 hour, and then I go down to the 30-minute, and then I go down to the 15-minute if required. So if we do this right here, right? So let's reanalyze pound yen over here. So 1 hour, we broke and closed above 151.130, right? Right here. We broke and closed above this area. Now we need confirmation whether we're going to break above 151.270 for price to continue up till 151.500, right? We need confirmations. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame now. Now, what does the 30-minute time frame tell us? 30-minute time frame tell us that we created a minor support right here, and it's an anticipation that this candle is gonna flip bullish, right? But do we know that for sure? We don't know that 100%, right? This candle has about 6 minutes left for it to close. Let's drop down to the 15-minute because it's required at this point. Go down to the 15-minute. Now we have a minor resistance at this point. So for the 30-minute candle to flip bullish, we need this minor resistance to break. And yeah, that's what I'm waiting for at this point. How was the weather? It was pretty hot. Very hot. Very hot. All I saw was white people just standing out there. Us brown folks were like, oh, no, no, no. Get us inside. Get us in the AC. So it depends on where you want to go. You want to go for tan, amazing place. Stay in the AC, amazing place. After driving all those luxury cars in Dubai and coming back to your Civic, do you see the hype behind high-end vehicles now? They're fun, but the maintenance is a lot. You know, it's a lot of maintenance, and when there's a lot of maintenance, there's a lot of money spent. You know, and I'd rather spend that money on a vacation rather than on a car. You know, if you haven't done vacations, you're gonna forget about cars. Trust me. If you look at all the guys in Miami, they never go on vacations. You know, if they went to vacations, they'll say, "Hey, you know what? Screw these cars. I want to go on a vacation every month. I want to go on a vacation every 2 months." Because listen, like a good here's a Lamborghini costs around 4,000 a month. You know, with 4,000 a month, you can go to an amazing vacation every month. Every month, you can see the world. You can see a lot of things. You can experience a lot of things. That's where my mindset is. Was someone with you in Dubai to take you around? No, we had Google Maps. Do you have any intention to open trading institute? No, that's a lot of work, but we're talking to some possible partners, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, what's this? Hey, I'm your student for almost 1 year now. What I noticed in the last month is that you held your trades more than closing purchase 10 pips. That's true. It's because your confidence or because of clean ranges. The only reason I held my trades for more than 10 pips most times was because I was already up in profits for the month, right? So this one started here. This October started. Realistically, I would have held this buy. Okay, where was it? It was right here, right? I would have held this buy longer. I would have held this buy if I was already up in profits for October. But since October just started, I was very, very cautious about taking a loss. You know, so that's why I put my stops at break even and made like $100 today. You know, $100 today I took from the market today. So fuck you, markets. I won today, got like $100. So whatever that is, $100, $10, $1, be thankful. Be thankful that the market is giving you an opportunity to make some sort of money. You know, do you explore your own country? Yes. We're going to be doing a Pakistan-wide tour next year. It's going to be amazing. It's fantastic. It's still early days, but since trading gold on a 30-minute 1 hour, my results have been the best I've had in the last 6 months. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's amazing, man. Trading on the 30-minute and the 1 hour. This means you're waiting for candles to close and you're executing on them. Would you ever open a hedge fund? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Need a shit ton of money for that, though. I don't have shit ton of money. Shit ton of money is like 10 million plus. Yeah, that's too much. Definitely not there yet. As you took impulse trade when price started to break, yes. Why don't you care about this wick here in a 30-minute? Because the reason, that's a very, very good question, Paul. The reason why I didn't care about this wick is because we were moving in a high volume time. Right? If we're moving in a high volume time, the anticipation is that volume is going to drive price up through this wick to the left hand side, right? So you're trusting volume to drive price through rejection zones, and this was your pre-New York volume here, which basically started to consolidate. It is what it is. Yeah, someone asked this retarded question over here. Raja, you're a millionaire, dude. Yeah, so are other millions of people. I'm not special. Man, trust me. I'm not. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. Have been watching stocks? No, I don't watch stocks at all. This is the impulse entry as high broke. 15-minute candle close resistance. I guess. Oh, this one right here. Okay, yeah, very nice. It worked out perfectly. Pound yen. Beautiful. Beautiful idea there. What's the best lot size for 10,000 account? I think at first you need to identify what your risk is going to be. Let's see here. How about take impulse entry in 30 minutes before NY open? That could work. That could work. See if this 30-minute candle is about to close. And if the next one breaks the high, I think that's going to be a very, very good idea to continue bullish. I personally think that's going to be an amazing trade to take for price to continue moving bullish. See, if this candle breaks the high of the previous candle, it could very well look something like this. And this is something I would execute on. It could look something like this. I think people have seen this pattern here before. I don't care how big this wick is going to be, but if it breaks that high, I'm executing a buy at that point, giving this trade a second chance. Yeah, it's going to be a second chance. How do you deal with dumb questions? I just answer them monotonously. Let's see here. Yeah, just gotta wait. This will be amazing. Break above this candle would be an amazing price, because then we could say that this wick down was a liquidity grab. There are 2,755 billionaires in the world. Oh wow, that's a lot of billionaires. 2,755. Give one advice to be like you. Is it hardworking? Is it having a mentor? Sacrificing anything? Man, there are a lot of people who are better than me. They are well versed in certain areas than me, you know, so don't try to be better than me. Try to be better than your yesterday self. What you were yesterday, try to be better than that. Like yesterday, I ate carbs yesterday, and that affects the way how I look physically. So today, I had no carbs except for these dates over here. You know, so I'm being better than yesterday because I'm having less carbs today. So if you overtraded yesterday, don't overtrade today, so you can be better than yourself yesterday. You know, if you ignored your spouse because you were trading or looking at the charts, don't do that. Be better today. Don't ignore your spouse because you're trading. You know, if you forgot to get flowers to your wife or your husband, mostly it's the husband's buying flowers. You know, wives, I mean, it's fucking, it's 10% to get flowers. You know, just get the goddamn flowers. They're gonna be 245 more once Ted releases what he's cooking. Yeah, we'll see. The chapel fly. Yeah. Did you ignore it? No, no, no. Did you meet anyone from Market Fluidity in Dubai Expo? Yes. Forex Expo? Yes, we did. There are a lot of people who came by to say hi. How will you close your trade if you trade on 0.01? I'll close them at 10 pips. Trust me, with 0.01, you're not making $1,000. Maybe you're making $50. Maybe. Huge maybe with 0.01. Did you meet anyone? Oh, how can I join your group? If you can find it, you can find it. Why don't you let the other from the Zoom call speak? Well, anyone can speak if they want. All right, let's take a look at gold over here again. How much money did you start trading? $200. Are you trading NY session only again? No more London session? That's correct, because I had a lot of losses in London session. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here by Galen Garner. Galen Garner, hello sir. I took the trade here after missing the impulse entry on 30-minute. Candle closed above resistance. Entry candle with candle broke the high. Okay. Close 50%. Price came back to my entry price. Sell stop. Beautiful. Managed the trade well. Amazing. Very, very well done. Really looking forward to pound yen having a cock rocket ship station up if we break above this high over here. It's going to be amazing. Maybe if you shut up, they would have the opportunity to speak. No, this is my stream, and I will speak as much as I want. I can't shut up. How many how many lots do I need to trade if I want to gain $150 with a $5,000 account? I don't know. It depends on how many pips you want to get. How many pips do you want to get? You want to get 10 pips? Then you got to trade 1.5 lots. You want to get 15 pips? Then you got to trade 1 lots. That was an incomplete question. Are you worried that the 30-minute closed with no wick to the upside on pound yen? Not worried at all. It's like saying when you're driving on the car on the road, are you worried that that car is going to hit you? Nah, not at all. I'm just going to stay in my lane. But if there's a chance it's going to hit you, it's going to hit you, right? So I'm not worried about that at all. I'm just waiting for this candle to break above this area and then move up so we can have that trade. All right, gold is coming back down over here. Gold did that massive swing up. Why you are not trading NY open? Or better, how have you found the best time for you to trade? By focusing on the same trade by focusing on the same time every day. I think most of my trades they end before even 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and that has working well for me. Tell us about your job when you quit, and please, thanks for everything. Yeah, I quit my job, and then that was a very, very bad time because I quit my 100% stream of income, and yeah, I've told the story a lot of times. Okay, there we go. Gold is breaking these lows over here. Impulse entry here would make no sense at all because stop is going to be too big. Would be willing to miss out on this trade. Would want to see a candle close below for price to move down, but essentially it should continue pushing bearish here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Yeah, I'll probably gonna wait for the 15-minute candle to close. Even while I'm waiting for the candle to close and price continues moving down, I'll be okay with that. Is 2000 good to go for 2 weeks in Dubai expecting a flight? Yeah, I think it's good. Depends on where you're gonna stay, what you're gonna do, how much you're gonna spend. If you have 3 apples, how many peers would you have if you modified your car to the stage 2 in the evening? I'm probably gonna get some air pumped in my bicycle to ride the motorbike that was already placed in my garage. Do you meditate on Forex every day? No, I don't. All right, GJ is coming up at this point. If you're buying GJ now, don't you feel hesitant? I'm not buying it now. I'm waiting for it to break above 151, 270 to buy it. Do you think it's too late to enter in GJ? Fuck, man. Where are you guys? Where are you guys listening from? Are you guys using your noses to listen? Or what the hell's going on? So many times I've said that I'm going to buy above this area. Do you think it's too late to enter GJ? Bro, just listen.
Yeah, Roger, can you hear me?
Yes, Lee, I can hear you.
Hey, man. I thought I'd just speak because it's probably a bit of a complicated question. When the candle, say this GJ one, if it broke the high and it went up, I don't know, 8 pips, and then it came back to entry, and then you came to the charts, would you ever take a trade there in the knowledge thinking, okay, on the higher time frames it should continue up, or do you only ever try and catch the initial break up? Because I've got a bit of a bad habit lately where I'll see gold go down, I don't know, 20 pips, come back to entry, and then I'll see it and I'm like, oh, I'll get in because it should go back. But I don't know, is that breaking the rules?
I would just want to take a trade. Sense? Yeah. I mostly focus on the initial push. Because if the initial push is going to take the price where we want it to go, and if it does come down, I've seen there's a less probability that it's going to continue moving in that direction. Other than that, so let's say pound yen here, right? If pound yen breaks above 151, 270, I'd be anticipating it to continue moving rather than come back down and to make another lower wick and all that stuff. you
Sure.
know, because then it
Cool.
can just make like a minor support and consolidate for a little while and then start to go back up.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Because the initial push in a trend during a high volume is always going to be the point where price is either making a high or it's making a low. Like on gold here, right? So if it breaks down and let's say I miss it, then it's probably making a low. And if it does come back up, then with confirmations, I can enter to retest that low, you know, or to
Right.
retest this high if you miss it.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. But that retest may come later on after like, you know, 2-3 hours with the next time when there's going to be volume in the market. What about funding talent? Please suggest. Please get your own money and trade with that. Can you show what your high time frame bias is based on today? It's bullish on pound yen and bearish on, well, it was bearish on gold, but gold is moving back up. It's consolidating over here. This is going to be a no trade range. No trade range. What's your bias for the dollar for the week? Dollar, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't look at that stuff. Have you tested smaller stop losses like 5 pips on GJ? No, I used to do that and now I don't do that. Hi, funding talent has shut down. Thank you for that news. You know what there should be? There should be a page on Instagram called the Forex News. You know, because every week we have something happening in the Forex community. This past week we had 2 big events happen. One event was funding talent getting hammered by the regulators. They had to shut down. Second event was Daniel Savage and his EA blowing everyone's money. That was another event right there. There has to be like a Forex news, like breaking news. Today this happened, and then this happened, blah, blah, blah. Then we have comments, and then we have a whole discussion board. Oh, wow, this happened. I did this, I did that. You know? Yeah. I think that'll be amazing. Because if you look at the amount of lies this guy has told, there was a time this guy told a lie that he was gonna get a $10 million fund to trade. Where'd that go? Never happened. There was another lie when they started Gold FX. They had an EA over there, blue accounts. Whose fault was it? It was the guy who made up the EA, if you guys remember, 4 months ago, right? Same thing happened with their new brokerage here. Same idea. Started an EA, got people's money, blew the account. Oh yeah, guys, it was the EA's fault. You know, just lying after lying. Like, trust me, this guy never worked for a car wash company. Trust me on that. Never worked for a car wash company, because there's an account on Instagram which posted videos of him doing credit card scams while he was working at a car wash company being broke, but still holding $10,000 in his hand, $20,000 in his hand, just lying, straight up lying. You know, whatever you may call it, I have a very, very sharp memory, you know, and like, I mean, you'll see in 4 months, there's going to be another thing like this is going to happen. There's going to be another EA magic robot. People are going to put money in it, and then that whole thing's going to get blown off, and he's going to say, hey guys, yeah, I had a fight with the EA guy, and basically he just ran with our funds. You know, with Gold FX, same thing happened. Oh yeah, guys, these guys, they just ran off with our funds. It's true. It's 100% true. But it's sad at the same time, you know, because there are people who make money, they deposit money in these EAs, in these algos, with this dream of making money, because this one guy with the Rolls Royce, which he got from subscribers' money, I'm going to make money with this guy. It's just so sad, you know, like, you guys worked too damn hard to make money. All that money goes into an algo, it gets blown off. It's just so sad, you know. It's just so sad. And I know guys are going to send the stream to him. I don't give a fuck about that guy. That lying weasel. Lying weasel. You know, just sad. It's the truth. You know, it's the truth. And then he's going to say, oh yeah, we manipulate trades on our broker, Dominion Markets. Like, every trade I've taken, most trades I've taken have been live, have had losses, had withdrawals, did the same thing with Vantage FX. It's just so sad. Just do the math, guys. Here, let's just do the math, right? You have someone giving signals, promoting signals, charging $175 a month. You know, $175 a month. You put in 2,000 people in there. Come on. Come on. Right? Come on. I don't even have to say anything.
There's his Rolls Royce.
I don't even have to say anything after that. Every month, month after month. No trading, no results, no live results. Raja, this will fire back. Be careful what you say. Nothing's going to fire back to me. When you are legit, when you are honest with people, when you've done things honestly with full transparency, you're not scared of nothing. You know, like, you guys remember when I talked about Anthony and his archive accounts, whatever that was, true or false, you know, I talked about it. Everyone got mad. Everybody got super mad. They all teamed up against me, called me a donkey, whatever that was, but they got super duper mad. When you're legit, you brush things off. People talk about me all the time. I brush them off. You know, I do things my way, openly, honestly. I don't care what people say. But when you're doing something wrong, man, you get fired up. You're like, how the hell did this guy catch this? You know, it's just, he's saying you are his mentor. Mentor, yeah. They all were part of market fluidity. You know, Daniel Savage, he took the market fluidity. Q Banks, he paid for market fluidity. It's another thing he watched that or not, but they did. But at the same time, I think it's good because, you know, they can learn few things from here, from there. I remember Sean Lee came to the London boot camp for some reason. When you own who you are, nothing can fire back at you point blank pay. Yeah, that's true, man. Like, I own what I am. I'm here every day with you guys. You know, been here for the last 3 years, live, every day, you know. Please read my complete text. If you are buying GJ after that break high, you don't feel hesitation that you are buying on a very high price. We should no, I don't, because if we break above this area, then we're expecting volume to drive price up, right? And that trust comes from the volume in pre-New York and comes from the volume in NY Open to break above this area to continue up. I'm late to the stream. Wanted to say if OPEC medium is something to keep in mind while trading. If you're trading CAD and oil, then yeah, you can keep that in mind. All right, looks like gold is making an opposite turn over here. We got NY Open coming in about 12 minutes here as well. Which course of Daniel did you buy to learn to trade? I wasn't with him. All right, let's see over here. Do you know about Karen Fo? I have no idea. All right. Yeah, gold said, screw you, sells. We're gonna go the opposite way. Yeah, I think the best thing is going to be to wait for this candle to close in about 12 minutes. Hello, my friend. Happy to see you again. I've been testing in Turkey. Just come back a week ago. Oh, nice. Congratulations. How you doing? Beautiful weather today. Amazing weather here today. The bathtub, if you guys remember, is still outside. Outside the window right there. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a good chart. I think, yeah, I think waiting for this 30-minute candle to close would be a much better idea. Also, this 15-minute before, yeah, I think it's going to be better to wait for this candle to close. Let's see how this candle closes. Got about 11 minutes left. Part of trading is just waiting for the candles to close. That's it. How to push through adversity. I just started trading, learning on the side, and everybody around me just being negative, telling me that I'm a disappointment. That's okay. You know, we touched on that subject around maybe 30 minutes ago. That how you should not tell people your goals or your dreams. You know, just don't tell them. Just do things on your own accord, do things on your own pace, and things are going to be awesome. Maybe you could have entered buys on a previous 30-minute bullish candle. Yes, you could have, but then again, we had this resistance over here. You know, so no one knew it's going to go past this area here or not. So I think, yeah, I mean, just going to wait for this candle to close here in about 10 minutes and then see what happens. All right, let's take a look at my my mentor over here. Let's take a look at my mentor, Wali Baba.
जब ऑफिस में हो रोज लंच एक्स्ट्रा 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 या दावत
Wali Baba is in, ooh, USDJPY sell 0.02, 10 pip profit. Oh,
अभी ये को स्टूडेंट है मेरा, उन्होंने किया क्या है
10 dirhams.
वो कहीं दुबई से ना उन्होंने कोई ये
So he's saying,
सेंड किया
this is my student. He sent this balance from Dubai,
तो 350 का, ठीक है
350
आगे
rupees.
चलते हैं अभी
Let's
इसने
move
किया,
forward.
इसने मुझे बड़े लंबे चक्कर में डाल दिए।
He sent me in a very long
अच्छा,
spin.
वैसे ही ना उन्होंने नंबर के ऊपर
I don't know what this is going on over here. Ooh, looks like gold is moving further up at this point. Just waiting, patiently waiting to see how this candle is going to close. Patiently waiting.
अच्छा अभी आप जो है ना
Does Wali Baba trade like you? No, he doesn't. Oh,
ठीक है, मैंने इसे लिखा, मैंने कहा
he wrote to him, very
नंबर
nice.
बंद है, मैंने कहा जनाब
The phone is off.
इस पे तो खाली व्हाट्सएप जो है ना आपने, मैं चला रहा हूँ
We
व्हाट्सएप
can only do WhatsApp on this number.
वो तो नंबर है आपने इस पे जनाब, अब आप
I don't know what story this is. Yeah, pound yen is coming down. So you see now we're creating a consolidation on pound yen. Right? We have a resistance on pound yen. Candle's about to close in 8 minutes. We have a support over here on a 30-minute time frame. We're creating a consolidation on pound yen between 151 and 151.250. And if that's rejecting on the 4-hour, then if we do break below 151.030, 010, then I think there's a very, very nice opportunity for price to continue down in pound yen. Gold's still going to wait for 7 minutes here. Hey Raja, I'm a student. I can barely make 10,000 to put in trading. How can I be successful? We can't use high risk in trading. Jesus Christ, man. You don't need to put 10,000 in trading. Start with $500. Start with $500. Give it time. See if you can grow that $500 to $1,000 in 4 months. Once it gets to $1,000 in 4 months, you can take that 1,000, turn it into 2,000 in another 4 months, right? Then your 2,000 to 5,000 is going to take like 2-3 months, right? Then 5,000 to 10,000 may take another 4 months. So that's like almost a year and a half, almost like a year and a half, year and maybe 3 months. From 500 to 10,000 a year and 3 months, realistically speaking. You're not gonna, don't focus on saving 10,000 to do that. It's not gonna work. 90% of you should go back to bed or go flip burgers. Holy, that's actually very, very true. I mean, the kind of mindset you guys have in the gulag over here, god damn. Gulag is on fire here today. Jesus. Ted came on at the wrong day in the gulag today. Woke up on the Monday. Oh, let's see what the stream is like. I'm killing his IQ over here now. Look at this. Thoughts on Lambo Rahul. Come on, man. Focus on trading. Alright. Gold's about to close in 5 minutes here now. Oh my God. Why not impulse entry on gold? Where? We have to. I have to wait for price to break and close above 1754. Then I'm gonna look to see if I can take a buy or a potential sell here in pound yen. Would using profits from funded accounts to fund live trading be a good idea? Yes, that's going to be a very good idea. That's going to be a very good idea. How about impulse entry on Monday? With the lower risk, yes, that would make sense. With a lower risk. So I'm just waiting for this candle to close over here. Got 5 minutes left over here at this point. If this 1 hour candle on GJ closed like this, would you call this a fake out to the upside, given that there's a resistance on the left? 1 hour candle, I would. If the next candle wicks up to continue down and break this low at 151.020. Then we could say that, okay, we're probably reject, because that's a very strong 4 hour resistance, and then we're also having a rejection on the 1 hour, so that would make sense for price to continue down. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we got 4 minutes left over here. Wow, this would have been a very good move here in gold. It's okay. We'll get more moves. The candle is about to close in 4 minutes. This is like the first day of the week. It is first day of the week, but also it's like the first day of the month. If you look at the calendar here. Yeah, this is the first day of the month over here. Hopefully it doesn't show up anything personal here on the calendar. Personal things I have planned for this month. What's this? Oh, it's just the time. Yeah, look at this, right? So month started on Fridays, whatever. So this is like the first day of the month. You got to be very careful on the first day of the month. How can I make magic keys respond or work? Only some buttons work. Go through the troubleshooting guide that you got in the package that you downloaded. How to grow 500 to 1000 with 1% risk and 1 to 2 risk reward. Start trading and executing and start learning from all the trades you take. Can you please look for Swiss yen? What should we do in this pair? Almost lost 5,000 in sell of Swiss yen. Well, you need to post a chart, and then we're going to take a look at that chart. What happened to Funding Talent according to you? They were registered as a investment company, somewhere around those lines, and their corporation was registered in Canada, and in Canada you can't do that without a license. So their regulators came down and they said, hey guys, what the fuck you guys doing? You gotta shut this operation down. And they shut the operation down. That's what happened to them. They owe me some money too for referrals, around 4 grand, but I mean, I don't know, I'll just let it slide. They're going through too much right now. To take 1 or 2 trade each day only on gold or GA, simple, and take 2% of. That's perfectly true. Registered trader offenders, yes, they should have registered offshore. Can I claim on your behalf, bro? Yes, if you can get it out, you can keep it. Funding Talent website still working? Yes. They refunded? I have no idea. I have no contact with them anymore. They didn't reply to my message, so that says a lot of things. But you got to do smart business, right? I mean, it's good when you're passionate about your business, but at the same time, you got to know that how certain things work in certain jurisdictions, you know? All my corporations are registered offshore now. You know, first they were in Canada, but then now all of them are registered offshore. You got to think of it this way, right? When you're running a business, imagine to this. When you're running a business, there are people out there who are looking to take you down. Any way possible they can, right? Any way possible. So you need to protect yourself from those people, whether it's the government, securities commission, other people, retards, trolls, whatever that is. You know, there are people looking to take you down. So you need to protect yourself in every way possible, physically, financially, legally, whatever way you want. You got to protect yourself. Offshore, you have Cayman Islands, you have Belize, you have Saint Gardines, you have there's another one in Europe. I forget the name. There's Pakistan, there's Bahamas. Pakistan is the best. Honestly, in Pakistan, you're untouchable. No one's gonna say anything to you in Pakistan. Would you recommend doing markets for Nigerians? What's wrong with Nigerians? What's wrong with you guys? I mean, it's recommended for everybody. There's something wrong with Nigerians or Indians. We get questions all the time. Hey, is this broker good for people from India, or is this broker good for people from Nigeria? Is there something wrong with you guys? Should we be concerned? You know, to let you guys in, should we be concerned? Good morning, Mr. Berner. Hopefully you have a good day today. All right, let's get back to these comments over here. I want to be a billionaire in my 40s. I'm 20 right now, investing in MIC value, trading money. How was your best advice? What was your best advice, sir? Sir. Man, this is amazing. It's like someone created these comedians here today, and they just opened the doors here to my live stream in the gulag. Shit, man. People just coming in drones and just saying these comments over here. Do you still support funding talent? They should have been watching over their backs more. You know, they had good intentions. They paid people out. You know, they just made a mistake in doing business, and just something they can learn. You know, that's all I gotta say. There's something they can learn from this. Everything you do in life, good or bad, you're gonna learn something from it. Bro, but Daniel Savage signals are fired. He calls the buy on GJ before London, and I made money, 90 pips profit. Good for you, Kevin Bryan. Very, very nicely done. Right now in GJ, 1 hour candle closed bearish. 2 weeks ago, I've taken a sell on this setup because now I could retrace, but it's more smart to wait for support. Be creative to keep buying, right? Is it kind of teasing you to take sells? No, it's not teasing me to take sells. I'm just looking to see if we can break below 151, 030, 020 to take sells, or we can break above 151, 270, or even 300 to take buys. Because this is a range at this point, right? I'm going to label this as a range as well. This is a range. So we got to wait now. Currently, I stopped my... Oh, what the fuck is this? What? I stopped my job as a teacher because I have saved some money and want to focus on trading. That's the biggest mistake you can do at this point. You stop your job as a teacher because you saved money. Well done. A lot of people save money. What's next over here? I'm making roughly 1,000 a month with trading. Have a year experience. Is that good? Oh, nice. Daoud Zaitouni. That's actually very nice. But yeah, as Ted says, does it pay our bills? Yeah. I think when you're trading, if you're making, let's say, 2 times of your income from your job, then you can consider leaving your job. You know, then you can really consider leaving your job. I remember when I was still learning and Ted was doing great. Ted's here in the gulag over here. We were doing great, and he was doing really, really well for himself. And he was still going to his job, you know, and then a point came, he just quietly just switched his job but he stayed there and he made much more than working on his job. But then it's just that mental barrier. I think people we chase this whole belief of, hey, I want to leave my job part belief. I think we chase it way too much, and I think most people make these decisions in haste. These decisions shouldn't be made in haste. They should be made in like, okay, you know, is this sustainable? If I'm making $1,000 a month from trading, can I sustain it for about 4 months or 5 months? That's what you need to do at this point. But you already quit your job as a teacher, so I hope you do good. Let's see here. I just want you. Okay, what's this? What's a good leverage ratio for 1K account? 100 to 1, 500 to 1. Can you walk through your path about your accumulated capital and what you did, please? I worked on the oil rigs for about 1 year. I had amazing pay on the oil rigs. I was making around $7,500 a month working on the oil rigs. Then I did door-to-door sales. I became a manager. I was a sales guy, door-to-door, and then became a manager. At that point, I was making anywhere between like 15,000 to 24,000 a month. So when I started trading, it wasn't because I needed money. I had money. I knew how to manage money. I knew what to do with money. Like I wasn't, like I was smart because I didn't come from a poor background. I always had money. And trading was just like a stepping stone towards something much more interesting, or whatever you want to call it. But I really worked to save and have and to progress in life. Been out for a while. Thank you again for doing the NY. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. How long until you started at least making 300 a week trading? I don't even remember. I think it was somewhere in like 2017, mid 2017, something like that. But why 300? Why not 3,000 or 500 or 600? A funny talent paid me out about 10,000. Ooh, in 3 months' time. Oh wow! And now off to EST Mon for the same. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. Would you wait for the close of above resistance? Yes, I would wait for price to close above 151, 270. Kunal Juneja. Can you please give a quick analysis of Swiss yen? Really need your quick review. All right, let's give a quick review on Swiss yen. Never looked at that pair, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Swiss, how do you say Swiss over here? What's this? CHF. Oh, damn, you had a sell over here. Oh, wow, look at this daily candle moving up over here. Let's take a look at this weekly candle. Weekly candle is also moving up. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. 4 hour is... By the way, if you're holding a sell on Swiss yen, just close it. No, don't close it, but it's not bearish, right? So we're coming up to a resistance. Obviously, you're going to add another sell if you're already in a sell, because you're like, oh, man, we are at resistance. Let's take another sell. Don't do that. Bad idea. If you break above this area, you have another resistance up over here. You see these wicks over here? So we're going to take a look at that on a 30-minute time frame. And then we have this resistance right here on a 30-minute time frame. And if we measure how far this is 13, 14 pips away. So it's not a sell. I wouldn't say it's a sell. Maybe if the 30-minute candle can close bullish, maybe a sell below this area, 119,900. Below that area, or even below this area here where we're making a support. But anything can happen. I mean, if you close right now, it may just fall, as Kervin says, But I can't give up on my dream. That was not a solution for me. So your dream is becoming a billionaire. Why? What are you going to do with $1 billion? What are you going to do with that? It's a lot of money, man. $1 billion is a lot of money. And you're definitely not going to make $1 billion just by investing in the fucking NYSE index, SPX, whatever you want to invest in. Definitely not going to make $1 billion there. It's very tough. I'd say it's extremely tough. Yeah. Gold broke the high and low now on daily. How to gauge when something happens like this? You can't gauge anything. Then you got to take a look at the smaller time frames now, right? So I'm just looking at this time frame here. If I can get a close above 1754, I think there's a high probability for price to continue up. If it does that, awesome. If it doesn't, then probably just waiting at this point. In your opinion, what things will make me a good trader? Focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day, going over those trades, on how you could have really exploited a winning trade, or how you could have, like, lost less on a losing trade. These are two things that are gonna make you a good, consistent trader in about 3 months, 100%. If this gold 30-minute candle closed bearish and created a resistance, is it a sell signal based on 30-minute created? So, is it a sell signal? I don't know. I wouldn't take a sell. I would take a sell below 1748. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would take a sell below 1748. How are the spreads on gold? Oh, gold spreads are almost 1 pip on Dominion markets. 1.7, 1.8. Had to open my big mouth. Went from 1 to 1.8. But yeah, those are gold spreads right there. Pound yen spreads right there. Almost a pip. Let's see here. I always had great technical analysis, but what really changed my game was 1 to 2 trades a day. Man, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, my throat goes dry by saying this over and over again. If you guys even care for me a little bit, focus on 1 or 2 trades in about 3 to 4 months. Everything's gonna change for you. Everything is gonna change for you 110%. I can bet my entire reputation on the line. If you focus on 1 or 2 trades, everything's going to change for you. And then you're going to be able to see all these lies these marketers tell you on Instagram. Telling you this right now. 3 is too much? Yeah, 3 is, I would say so. Depends on, like what your winning rate is and what your consistency level is at this point. Let's take a look at this chart here. Oh, already saw this chart here, Lisa. It was a very, very good trade. Why is your name Elisa here on Zoom? Why is your name Raniu623 here on this chart? Something we don't know about. Could you share your win rate and profit factor with us? Yeah, let's see here. It's not very good, to be honest. Oh, it's not working. Oh, yeah, yeah, for some reason Magic Keys is not working. I don't have the dongle anymore. It's in my laptop. I'll have to go get it. But it's not very good. I mean, on pound yen it's like 50 something, gold is like 60 something profit, nothing huge. Who's this? Oh, my real estate guy. No. जी हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वालेकुम सलाम सर, क्या हाल है?
ठीक ठाक। वो आपकी बिजी हैं सुबह से
All right. Yeah, still waiting here. 15-minute candle is about to close. Nothing happening at this point. Yeah, absolutely nothing happening at this point. I only trade once a day when I have good feelings, and sometimes I close a day without any trade. What's the time right now? It's like 5:15. I'm profitable for straight 5 months. Oh, well done, George. That's amazing. That's absolutely very amazing. What watch
Sir,
are
it
you?
seems it
Oh,
is dropping.
GG is dropping. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
it seems like.
Yes. But the previous 15-minute candle closed with no wick at the bottom. So we'll have to wait for this candle to close. Yeah, we'll have to wait for this candle to close, the 15-minute candle. Actually, the entire 30-minute candle will have to wait. Or maybe an impulse at 151, you know, could make sense. Would you play a Squid Game if you didn't trade Forex? I don't know. Do you wait for a candle to close below 151? Ooh, I think an impulse at like 151 would make much more sense. Anticipating the 30-minute candle to continue pushing bearish. Clean sell on GG at that point. Stop is going to be, oh, it's going to be a bigger stop here based on a 30-minute time frame. But based on a 15-minute time frame, yeah, it could be like a 7-8 pip stop. But we'll need to break below this area here, 151. This is the same setup where I lost money 2 times. I'm not taking this anymore. Perfect. So I guess you're waiting. Sitting out. Squid Game is a very, very, very good show. Very, very good show. Why does it make a difference if there's no wick at the bottom? Because there's no range for next candle to go, right? But if we're only counting on the 30-minute candle, then there's a very, very high probability we should be continuing bearish at this point. Yeah, from this point, 151 should at least come down to 150,800, 150,850. 15, 20 pips over here. It's also the NY Open over here now. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator, see what's it saying. Chinese indicator is saying pound is strong. Oh wow, yen is weak. Okay, dollar is also weak. I'm sitting out this one regardless, but you're entering at 151. I'm actually not executing here at all now. I'm not executing at all. I'm just gonna watch it happen. Already took one trade. I'm up $100 here today, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. $100 here for the win. But when it comes to impulse entries, I think this should be a very good opportunity for price to continue bearish. So I made $100 with 100 lots. Gold is falling again, guys. Get in, Mr. Kirkland Ferguson. Gold is falling again, guys. Get in. Get in where? Is it a bus? You gotta wait. You gotta wait for good trade setups to happen. Good trade setups is gonna happen below 1748 on gold. You're gonna get a very, very, very good trade at that point. Yeah, I'm still eyeing pound yen over here. Still got about, yeah, pound yen has some pretty good room here to fall. We have clean candles to the left hand side all the way down till 150,800.
Morning, brother.
Oh, good morning.
Bro,
Good morning.
you're like a god. You haven't stopped eating, man. Come on.
These
What's it,
dates,
brother?
amazing dates here.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Had a buy on pound yen, got stopped out at break even. Was hoping
Oh,
it will
wow.
continue
Yeah.
moving up.
I mean, this whole area, 151, 100, 151, 200, is pretty strong area based on previous structure to the left, based on the 4 hours. That previous support now is becoming kind of resistant at this point. You know, but buys make sense. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense at this point.
You know, to be honest, even if it's dropping down, I would want it to create a support and then retest this high at 151, 250, which it made.
Yeah. Remember, this 151 can easily hold strong or break below the 151, and it's okay if we miss the move to the downside. It's okay because, you know, trading against a previous 4-hour candle bullish against a daily candle bullish is not the best idea. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, I think your buy. I was watching the streaming earlier on because I was driving, and yeah, the idea that the buy made sense. You know, this may be the pullback, and then a new 4-hour candle will come into play in the next 40 minutes. So let's see if we you know, if we create some kind of support around in this level 150, 150, 900 for a possible retest to that previous 4-hour rejection. Yeah, man, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is Ted? Because we need some liquidity at this point. Ted needs to press the button.
I'm here. I'm not pushing any buttons.
Nah. What's going on, Ted?
The Gulag already pushed a lot of buttons there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people are stupid.
Tell us something about candles you wish you knew earlier on. Wait for them to close, I guess. What's this over here? NFP week? Yes, NFP week. Things can get very, very shady, but it looks like, yeah, this is actually pushing down very nicely. I would actually want it to create some sort of support on the 1 hour and then buy all the way back up to 151, 250. How many candles do you consider to look at support resistance levels? Just one. See this right here? Resistance formed. So if we can get another candle closing bullish with the wick, then that's going to be a support formed at that point. How can I join into the Zoom? You cannot. Yeah. Fingers crossed for GG to melt. Yeah, that's a bad trade right there then. If you got to cross your fingers for something to happen, that's a bad trade right there. That's like fingers crossed for the Raptors to win. No, they didn't. Don't do that. You know, if you're gambling, you got to keep your fingers crossed. Exit that trade. Gold to make an upper bigger wick on the monthly is my bias. Yeah, let's take a look at gold on the monthly. Monthly. It's very tough to say based on NFP we have. I mean, if they're looking at positive numbers, it would make sense for the monthly to continue pushing down to fill the wick at 1721. Because we did break and close below the support at 1760s. Looking at the weekly here as well, the only problem is, well, it's not a problem, but we did do a retest right here on the weekly to continue bearish. Daily as well, creating that possible support resistance to continue pushing down. So we'll see how that closes. Why aren't you trading your master account? Because I can't handle that pressure. I'm better off trading the way I am. Sometimes I do take trades in that account, maybe like once a week, something like that, but nothing consistent. Does Max still trade? I don't know, you have to ask him. I think Mac is coming back with his Super Asian sessions. Super Asian session streams. I'm going back to the Miami of Asia here. Dubai is the Miami of Asia, of the Middle East.
Oh, man.
Yeah, trust me, man. A lot of fakers and posers there. But with a lot more money, than Miami.
Yeah, everybody drives a Lambo.
Everybody, holy. Every young guy is either in a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini. I pray one day you will visit Zambia so I can meet you personally, or I become successful in Forex so I can meet you. Zambia. Let's see this country here. Zambia. Zambia lifts COVID. Oh, on reduced transmission. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a pretty. Yeah, I don't know. Guy's getting maced over there. But seems like a pretty good place. Look at this right here. Langua River. Okay, it's like a safari place over here. Damn, not bad. This is interesting. Aquarium Resort. Jamilandu Bush Camp Resort. Oh, it seems like a pretty good place. Maybe we can have a boot camp here with lions and elephants. Oh yeah, look at this. We got beds right outside.
Yeah, Raja, it look like we got to go out there and do a safari, bro.
Yeah, we do got to do a safari over here. And we can do the do. Look at this. Not bad. Kind of looks like my village, but a whole another level of wilderness.
You can go to Norway. They lifted the whole lockdown, like for everything.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, Norway, the first place in the world where COVID pretty much is gonna be like a normal flu now.
Traveling to Norway. Oh, drops restrictions. All restrictions.
All restrictions, it's everything now. They don't care anymore.
Time to live with COVID. Damn, what the hell's wrong with Canada? Entry quarantine shall no longer apply to children under 18 years of age. Oh, travelers from green and orange states do not need to quarantine. Red, dark red, purple and gray red countries. Duty to quarantine, blah, 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 blah. Not bad. Norway is waiting for you. Perfect.
Yeah, man, they're smart.
Yeah, they're smart. They're like, come on, guys, enough is enough. Let's open up the economy. Let's start making some money. Norway has free college tuition for everyone. I bet they have pretty high taxes here too. Do they? Norway tax rate. Holy, income tax is 22%. Yeah, no wonder they got free education. Yeah, it's pretty up there, 22%.
Yeah, Raja, we already know there's nothing free in life, bro.
Yeah,
they're paying it somewhere. Somewhere they're paying it.
50% highest tax rate. Damn. Crazy. Dubai tax rate. This is going to be my second home of 5%. Wow. Way better than 22. What kind of taxes do you pay? Yeah, it's 5% now. They just introduced this new tax. 5%. Have you been to Bali? No. Do you want to meet Iran? Not the whole country, maybe just one person is okay, but the whole Iran, I think that's a big responsibility. Yeah. Any suggestions on which currency should I trade other than GJ? I think Euro JPY is good. Euro JPY is good. USD JPY is good. Yeah, Euro JPY is pretty good. Less volatile than pound yen. Still got enough volatility. Still got enough volume, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just probably gonna call it a day over here. Maybe in like 5 minutes. Gotta go to the park. What's this? Oh, I'm on Clubhouse now. Beautiful. Are you ever going to live in a Western country again? Probably not. I'm very, very comfortable here in Pakistan. Probably gonna make Dubai my second home, but very, very comfortable over here. Probably for vacations and stuff. That's pretty cool. I got a lot of friends in US. Definitely gonna make a trip down to the US for spring break or something like that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. भाईजान आपके लिए एक थंबनेल बनाया है पर सेंड कैसे करूं? कर दें जी सेंड आप. आपको एक ईमेल मैं लिख के देता हूं इधर. आप इधर इसको सेंड कर दें तो फिर हम इसको देख लेंगे. No visiting family back in Canada. See, now when I think about Canada, I think about Justin Trudeau. I think about all the taxes you pay. I think about 14 hours away flying. There are a lot of bad things I think about when I think about Canada. I think about all the depression over there, like 2 months of 1.5 months of summer. I have my friends in Canada, they constantly bitch and complain about Canada. I mean, that's very tough, man. I mean, I went to Dubai, right? And they only checked my passport and they stamped it and I was allowed to enter. In Canada, if you're gonna go to the gym, they're gonna check your ID, they're gonna check your health card, they're gonna check your vaccination status, they're gonna check if you are a normal living, breathing human being. There's more checks required to go to the gym than they are required to enter Dubai. Probably not. I'm not gonna go back there. Man, it's insane. Yeah, but I do miss some marijuana there though. That was the one good thing. Were you a US citizen or from Pakistan? I have a dual nationality. Sounds like communism, it is. Do you still check your BitClout? Man, I lost the phrase on BitClout. I'm locked out of that account. I got 12,000 there. It's just locked out. What's the idea behind that you have confirmation to take a buy after it formed a support on GJ? Please explain. Because I need a support form somewhere, because this is the trade I take all the time, right? Now obviously I'm not in the sell, whatever, but so take a look at this, right? Price was in a uptrend on the daily and on the 4-hour, right? We made a high at this point. Now we are retracing after making that high in an uptrend. Wherever we create a support, let's say we create a support within this vicinity. Wherever we create a support, there's a 80% probability that price will move up to retest that high. And this move up is going to be the trade I'm going to be looking for. You know, so if someone's in sells at this point, congratulations, amazing. But I'm going to be waiting for a support to be formed. If that happens at NYSE or, you know, London close, I'll be watching charts at that time to kind of like potentially take a buy. But other than that, I'm just done here for the day. Ooh, missed out here on gold. Missed out here on gold right here to 1753. Yes, it's honest.
But Raja, the YouTube bus said get on gold sells.
Yeah. There was a
I guess
bus.
Having a rough, he's having a rough trip right now.
I think the bus crashed, bro.
Imagine this bus is on potholes. Like,
The bus encountered some landslide along the way.
man, it's not fun. That's not fun stuff.
Gold is going down. Get in. Shoo.
I love YouTube.
Damn, Daniel. Oh, these guys are mean. What about the market? Just crashed your bus. Yeah, it should continue moving to 57. Should see 58. Sells are done so. Oh wow, damn, look at that. Once we cross 55, we're gone. We are gone with the wind once we cross 55.
Dealing with this level, 1750, is not fun.
No.
Those fake outs to the downside make sense. All this candle right here. Now, if Ted can help me a little bit in this area right here. Now we're finding some sort of support around this, and 1750 was basically previous rejection areas as well. It's not fun because we can easily go back and retest that previous high on the 4 hours somewhere here, that 62 area. Now don't try to buy from here. You just be careful because that area on the 4 hour can easily reject one more time from that area.
Yeah, I just don't trust it, to be honest. There was a heavy bearish move unless this whole bearish move gets corrected.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're looking at that, then anything above 1763, right? Like you don't have to trade within this range.
Yeah, that's the safest. Let's say, and this is thinking ahead of time, for NFP. Let's say gold gets priced in. Where gold should go in the next 3 days, 4 days. Hopefully and probably 1780s. Now, if we get some sort of rejection from 1780s for NFP, will be really nice, and to short gold for NFP. But there's a lot of time still before that happen. So best thing you can do in this area right here, pay attention what happened at the 1750. This level right here is pretty strong. But the way that 4 hour candle was behaving, was kind of tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, I caught that push above 1755 for about 10 pips.
Nice. Yeah.
Very, very scary.
Yeah, I mean, you should be good to 1758 at this point if you're in right now. Because the hour candle should finish at 1758, and then the next hour candle, that's the scary one at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
West Africa, Sylvester. You should come to Africa. We love you here. I'm from Ivory Coast. Beautiful places here. And I shall do that. Oh, what's this? Could you check this losing trade? Let's take a look over here. Close remaining 60%, close 40%. Oh, sell over here. Yeah, this sell didn't make sense a bit because better sells were below 1748. We also had this rejection right over here as well. Since we moved up, we created a high, so it was better to wait for price to break above that resistance. And oh wow, look at that. Still trying to move up over here now. So Jad, you need to take a look at how you could have been in buys rather than sells and how those sells didn't make sense. That's what you need to take a look at. Wow, beautiful. Looks like people are holding buys here in gold. Yeah, we should go to 58. Oh, damn,
Oh,
58
goodness.
coming up.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah,
This 59 area, I'll be securing another 50.
correct move above 1755.
Yeah.
When Kerwin and Ted are around, gold like to do these big moves.
Yeah, no wonder I've been losing alone.
Come on, man. You're doing an amazing job, bro.
That's literally a break and retest. You were assuming a reversal would happen now. Do you think the buy you took on gold is risky? No, it wasn't risky at all because we broke above this area and we're in a high volume time at this point. We broke above these wicks to the left hand side. We had clean candles, so it just had to go up.
Yeah, I mean, Raja, if you go to the 4-hour candle, I think you're on the right one, right? Yeah. So if you're looking here, the reason why it's at 1750, actually the other 4-hour candle.
Oh.
Go to the, I think it's at forex.com or
FXCM?
FXCM or whatever it is.
No.
Just the reason I said 1758.
Okay, here.
Yeah, 1758 was because we're coming up to this candle here. So that's why we were going to hit that in that zone. That's where I think we may have a pull rejection and then a potential drop again. But I think if you took by 1758, you're tapping this area over here. That's the reason why I said 1758. I think the next hour is going to be pretty choppy because we should drop down and then go further up on the hour. But that means then the daily candle has a potential to reverse, which is pretty huge, to be honest.
Huge. That's a monster reversal. That's a complete reversal.
I mean, I'm looking at the weekly too. Like the weekly last week had a massive liquidity grab, right? So all we did was we tapped back into that on the weekly. So last night we pulled all the way back into it. And then now we're starting to drive up and probably fill this area over here if that continues the way it does.
Yeah, this 4-hour makes sense because the previous one was no volume at all. Big rejection down here, so this is high probability to continue pushing 1760.
Yeah, I mean, if you turn around and you say, okay, this is a zone, we tapped in that zone. The only thing what you may find is we still have to get another wick to the downside to drive further up at that point. But makes sense. If this weekly candle's to flip, then you're going to get that move.
Is let's say the daily candle closes the way it is. This daily will create a massive, not massive, but a decent range to trade. And then we will have, you know, the high and the low for the weekly candle at this point. And it will be interesting if we come back to those areas, 1748, 1750, for another rejection. So the weekly candle will get, you know, on the dailies, we already had the retest that we need for the continuation on the weekly candle to the upside. That makes sense. The only thing that is kind of tricky at this point is based on the lower time frames, like the 5-minute candles. You know, barely had any bottom wick. So that means we have, you know, some really nice volume to the upside. We may tap the 1760 before anything else. But it will be interesting depending on how this 4-hour candle close, because a new 4-hour candle can easily come back, retest some areas 1753, 1754
Yeah.
before the continuation.
That's right. And that would coincide with the New York Stock Exchange open at 9:30.
10 a.m. should be fine, to be honest, based on the on the hourly candles.
Yeah, exactly. I think if we do get the move, I mean, 1763 is a nice level to hit. If we do continue in this direction, it's just a matter of waiting to see how the 9 o'clock candle starts, and how deep are we going to pull back, right? Because truthfully, I mean, think about it this way. I mean, if institutions are saying, "Hey, we're going to go up today," they're not going to take 1758 or 1759 as an entry. They're going to pull all the way back before they drive all the way up. That's my concern at 9 a.m. Or 9:30 even. There might be a massive pullback. So I think if people are taking profits now, that's smart. Sort of sit a bit and just let the market move. But at 9:30, don't be surprised if you get stopped out if it pulls all the way back down and then drives all the way up. So it's sort of a bit of market timing where you have to say to yourself, okay, at this point, if I've made 20 or 30 pips, I may want to leave and then come back later on and let the market reset where we get it down again and then a further drive up. And that gets you more confirmation because that allows you to get through then all the way for the rest of the day, essentially at that point. That's always my concern, is because at 9 o'clock you get that pullback and then everyone gets screwed over because they're like, oh, I'm going to take buys now because the new hour candle's starting. But the new hour candle is going to start. But you have to remember, institutions are starting to come in at 9:30 with the second wave for the North American market, New York Stock Exchange, and they're not going to want to take prices at 1760 or 1758, right? So just keep that in mind. Like, think like an institution, and you'll realize, hey, there's probably going to be a pullback to get back in again, or there's going to be, a drive all the way down, and that's the actual move. So this move is pushing up to drive us down at 9:30 at that point.
Yes, exactly. So with that, I'm going to head off. Thank you so much, people, coming in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Raja.
Yeah. Wait for the NYSE candle.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raja.
All right. Adios.
Adios.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you, Raja.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Let's do it.